20 beneficial life hacks. What if I told you that spending just 10 minutes learning these 20 simple tricks could save you hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars, and countless moments of frustration over the next year? Today, we're not just sharing random internet tips. We're diving deep into life hacks that are actually backed by science, psychology, and real-world testing. Welcome to this Duel of Concepts deep dive, where we explore 20 game-changing life hacks that successful people use daily, but most people have never heard of. These aren't your typical put your phone in rice suggestions. These are the productivity secrets, psychological tricks, and practical solutions that can genuinely transform how you navigate daily life. Hack number 1, the 2-minute rule for instant productivity. The 2-minute rule is deceptively simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. But here's the deeper psychology behind why this works so well. Our brains are wired to avoid incomplete tasks through something called the Zeigarnik effect. We literally cannot stop thinking about unfinished business. When you immediately handle quick tasks, you free up mental bandwidth that would otherwise be consumed by background worrying. This hack transforms your relationship with procrastination. Instead of building mental lists of tiny tasks that create overwhelming anxiety, you eliminate them before they can pile up. Email responses, putting dishes in the dishwasher, filing important documents, these micro-tasks accumulate into massive stress when left undone, but disappear entirely when handled instantly. Hack number 2, the 20-20-20 rule for digital eye strain. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. This isn't just trendy advice, it's based on how your eye muscles actually function. When you stare at screens, your ciliary muscles remain contracted to focus on near objects. The 20-20-20 rule forces these muscles to relax and prevents the eye fatigue, headaches, and vision problems that plague millions of screen workers. But here's the advanced version. Combine this with the blink rate hack. Most people blink 15 to 20 times per minute naturally, but screen use reduces this to as few as 5 blinks per minute. Consciously increase your blink rate during screen time to keep your eyes properly lubricated. Hack number 3, strategic procrastination through productive delay. This sounds counterintuitive, but strategic procrastination can actually boost creativity and decision-making. When you delay starting a task, your subconscious mind continues working on it through what psychologists call incubation. This is why your best ideas often come in the shower or during walks. The key is distinguishing between productive delay and destructive procrastination. Productive delay involves setting a specific deadline and using the interim time for related research or parallel tasks. Destructive procrastination is avoidance without purpose. Hack number 4, the phone placement power move. Where you place your phone dramatically impacts your productivity and mental health. Research shows that having your phone within arm's reach reduces cognitive performance by up to 10%, even when it's turned off. Your brain allocates attention to monitoring the phone, creating what researchers call brain drain. The solution: place your phone in another room during focused work. For less intensive tasks, putting it face down and out of arm's reach is sufficient. This simple physical barrier forces you to make conscious decisions about phone use, rather than unconscious habit-driven checking. Hack number 5, temperature optimization for peak performance. Your body temperature fluctuates throughout the day in predictable patterns that directly impact your cognitive abilities. Most people experience peak mental performance when their core body temperature is between 98.6 and 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Typically occurring in late morning and early evening. You can hack this by slightly warming your environment during important tasks or taking a warm shower before challenging work. Conversely, cooler temperatures promote better sleep and physical exercise performance. Keep your bedroom between 65 to 68 degrees for optimal sleep quality. Hack number 6, the compound effect of micro-improvements. Instead of attempting dramatic life changes, focus on 1% improvements daily. This concept, popularized by atomic habits research, leverages the mathematical power of compound growth. A 1% daily improvement results in being 37 times better after 1 year due to compounding effects. The psychology works because tiny changes don't trigger your brain's resistance to change. Whether it's reading 1 page per day, doing 5 push-ups, or spending 2 minutes on meditation, these micro-habits build neural pathways that make larger changes feel natural over time. Hack number 7. Batch processing for mental efficiency. Your brain consumes significant energy switching between different types of tasks. This task switching penalty can reduce productivity by up to 40%. Batch processing, grouping similar tasks together, minimizes these cognitive costs. Dedicate specific time blocks to similar activities, answer all emails at once, make all phone calls consecutively, or handle all administrative tasks together. This maintains your brain in the same cognitive mode, reducing mental fatigue and increasing accuracy. Hack number 8. The power of strategic ignorance. Information overload is real, and consuming too much information actually decreases decision-making quality. Strategic ignorance involves consciously limiting information intake to what's essential for your current goals. Unsubscribe from non-essential newsletters, limit news consumption to specific times, and avoid researching decisions beyond the point of diminishing returns. This preserves mental energy for processing information that actually matters to your life and goals. Hack number 9. Sleep debt recovery through strategic napping. Sleep debt accumulates when you consistently get less sleep than needed, but it can be partially recovered through strategic napping. The optimal nap length is 10 to 20 minutes, long enough to feel refreshed, but short enough to avoid entering deep sleep cycles that cause grogginess. Time naps between 1-3 p.m. when your circadian rhythm naturally dips. Avoid napping after 3 p.m. as it can interfere with nighttime sleep. If you're severely sleep deprived, a 90-minute nap allows you to complete a full sleep cycle. Hack number 10. Hydration timing for cognitive enhancement. When you drink water matters as much as how much you drink. Your brain is 75% water, and even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, mood, and concentration. But drinking too much water at once can actually decrease performance through hyponatremia. The optimal strategy: drink 16 to 20 ounces upon waking to rehydrate from overnight fasting. Sip consistently throughout the day rather than chugging large amounts, and stop drinking 2 to 3 hours before bed to prevent sleep disruption. Hack number 11. The Eisenhower Matrix for Decision Making. Named after President Eisenhower, this framework categorizes tasks by urgency and importance. Important but not urgent tasks often get neglected, yet they're crucial for long-term success. These include exercise, learning new skills, relationship building, and strategic planning. Schedule important but non-urgent tasks during your peak energy hours. Delegate or eliminate tasks that are neither important nor urgent. This framework prevents the tyranny of the urgent from overwhelming important long-term priorities. Hack number 12. Leverage habit stacking for behavioral change. Habit stacking involves attaching new behaviors to existing habits. Because established habits have strong neural pathways, they can serve as triggers for new behaviors. The formula is, after I existing habit, I will new habit. Examples: after I pour my morning coffee, I will write 3 gratitude items, or after I sit down at my desk, I will review my daily priorities. This leverages existing mental momentum rather than requiring willpower to initiate new behaviors. Hack number 13. The art of strategic saying no. Saying no effectively requires having clear priorities and communicating boundaries respectfully. The most successful people say no to good opportunities so they can say yes to great ones. This isn't about being antisocial, it's about protecting your time and energy for what matters most. Develop standard responses for common requests. That sounds interesting, but I'm not taking on new commitments this quarter, or I can't do that. But I recommend alternative solution. This allows you to decline quickly without lengthy explanations. Hack number 14. Environment designed for automatic success. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your willpower does. Design your physical and digital environments to make good choices easier and bad choices harder. This concept, called choice architecture, can automate positive behaviors. Place healthy snacks at eye level and junk food in hard-to-reach places. Keep exercise equipment visible and easily accessible. Organize your workspace to minimize distractions and maximize focus. Small environmental changes compound into significant behavioral shifts. Hack number 15. The 5-second rule for overcoming hesitation. When you have an instinct to act on a goal, you have 5 seconds before your brain kills the idea with overthinking. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and physically move toward the action. This interrupts the habit of overthinking and activates the prefrontal cortex. This works for everything from getting out of bed to starting difficult conversations. The countdown creates just enough activation energy to overcome initial resistance and build momentum toward action. Hack number 16. Strategic energy management. Over time management. Energy management trumps time management. You have roughly 4 hours of peak cognitive performance per day. Identify when these occur and protect them fiercely. Schedule your most important work during these high-energy periods. Track your energy patterns for a week. Notice when you feel most alert, creative, and focused. Design your schedule around these natural rhythms rather than forcing important work into low-energy periods. Hack number 17. The compound effect of learning systems instead of random learning. Create systematic approaches to skill development. Dedicate 30 minutes daily to learning in one specific area. This focused approach builds deep expertise rather than surface-level knowledge across many topics. Use spaced repetition for information retention. Review new information after 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, and 1 month. This leverages how your brain consolidates memories and can increase retention by up to 500%. Hack number 18. Financial automation for wealth building. Automate your finances to remove emotional decision making from money management. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investment accounts immediately after payday. This pays yourself first before discretionary spending can interfere. Use percentage-based automation. Save 20% of income, invest 10%, and spend the remainder. Adjust percentages based on your goals, but maintain the automation. This builds wealth systematically without requiring daily financial discipline. Hack number 19. Social capital investment through strategic relationships. Invest in relationships before you need them. Spend time helping others without expecting immediate returns. This builds social capital that compounds over time and creates opportunities you couldn't generate alone. Maintain relationships through systematic outreach. Send monthly check-in messages to important contacts. Share relevant articles or opportunities with your network, and celebrate others' successes publicly. These small investments yield significant returns in opportunities and support. Hack number 20. The power of strategic recovery. Recovery isn't the absence of work. It's the intentional restoration of physical and mental resources. Schedule recovery time like you schedule important meetings. This prevents burnout and maintains peak performance. Active recovery works better than passive recovery. Instead of watching TV, try walking, light stretching, or engaging in hobbies that use different mental muscles than your primary work. This restores energy more effectively than complete inactivity. Implementing your life hack arsenal. The key to successfully implementing these hacks isn't trying to adopt all 20 simultaneously. Start with 1 or 2 that address your biggest current challenges. Master these before adding additional hacks. This prevents overwhelm and builds confidence through early wins. Create implementation triggers. When X situation occurs, I will use Y life hack. This prepares you to deploy these tools when you actually need them rather than forgetting them in the moment of stress or challenge. Remember, the best life hack is the one you actually use consistently. Choose hacks that align with your personality, lifestyle, and goals. Customize them to fit your specific circumstances rather than following them rigidly. These 20 life hacks represent years of research, testing, and refinement by productivity experts, psychologists, and successful individuals across various fields. They work because they align with how your brain and body naturally function rather than fighting against your biology. The compound effect of implementing even half of these strategies can transform your daily experience from reactive chaos to intentional progress. Small improvements in how you manage your time, energy, and attention create exponential returns in life satisfaction and achievement. If these evidence-based strategies sparked ideas for optimizing your own life, smash that like button to help others discover these game-changing hacks. Subscribe to Duel of Concepts for more deep dives that go beyond surface-level tips to explore the science behind what actually works. And here's your homework. Drop a comment telling us which hack you're implementing first and why, because accountability is the ultimate life hack for turning knowledge into results.
This isn't just content, it's a Duel of Concepts deep dive crisis. Hit like, subscribe immediately, and let your voice be heard below.